Hello, welcome along to another big edition of Greyhound Gold. David Shorrte and Leia Ernest with you. What's been going on, Leia?
Honestly, Shorty, I'm just stoked to have Tommy back on track.
Yes, indeed. And I actually saw a bit of vision of you laying on top of the new Tommy Shelby signage.
I know, and glad I didn't break it because otherwise I would have had a big bill coming my way.
Yes, but that's great to see Tommy Shelby at stud. And he was back at the races last Saturday night. Let's get a replay of it. It's run of the week. It was the Property Plus free-for-all. And from box number one, we're watching Tommy in the early stages. Gets out beautifully and punches that rail hard. From there, he's looking in a strong position. Stargazer from box number four sits second. Super Zoom Jake working into third. Down the back, and Tommy just cuts loose. Look at him go. Stargazer sticks on really well. Super Zoom Jake still there in third. But turning for home, Tommy just different gravy altogether. Goes on for a very impressive win. 3 3/4 lengths. Thought the effort of Stargazer was magnificent in second again. Gee, this dog's absolutely improved out of sight the last couple of months. Back in third, Super Zoom Jake. Those splits 5:46 early, 18:22, 29:60 if you do not mind, punters. He is back with a bang. Tommy Shelby, Leia.
He is 29.60, only a length off his personal best, which is very impressive for his first time back here on the track after a long, long time.
Indeed, and he goes around again this Saturday night. Will then be aimed up at the Spring Gift Heats if all goes to plan, and then potentially a trip across to South Australia for the Adelaide Cup. So fingers crossed for Tommy to stay fit and well and take all before him over the next couple of months. Let's get down to the business of finding some winners. Down to Mandurah Friday night, and my best bet comes up is a Cherry Bomber, race 11, number 1, Tandem at Pace. This dog got the job done for us a couple of weeks ago from box number 8. Moves to box number 1 here. Love the way that the race maps. Tandem at Pace should show enough speed to hold the front, or at the very least be right there with Benny Dorm. And I think with that rails advantage, we can expect Tandem at Pace to be really hard to beat. It's had 4 starts from box number 1 for 3 wins and a placing. Loves having the red on his back. So Tandem at Pace to be hard to beat. And my value play is the Molly Ringwald. It's pretty in pink, punters. Out wide on the track, Razor's Edge. Now, this greyhound's been racing really well over longer distances at Cannington. Drops back to Masters grade against greyhounds of lesser calibre. Shorter distance, granted, but still very capable of winning from this particular draw. In fact, is a Fairy Floss bandit, Razor's Edge. 11 starts from box number 8 for 8 wins.
Really good record there, Shorty.
Loves it out wide. So I'll be cheering hard. Razor's Edge. Hopefully it can get the job done in that Masters race. Race 11, number 1, a Tandem at Pace. And race 2, number 8, Razor's Edge. My 2 plays for Friday night. Who's your best on Friday?
My best, Shorty, comes into a race 1 right at the start of the card. Number 3, Amplified. She's only been in the game for a short period of time. 4 starts with 2 wins. And her last run, a whopping 6-length win, Shorty. She's got the early speed. I think she'll be able to cross, especially paired with this early draw. She comes up against a Barillas, who she has done before, and I think should be able to defeat him as she has in the past. So,
right.
Amplified for me.
Amplified will turn up the beat for that particular selection on Friday night. What about your value play?
So my value play, Shorty, I have to say, I was tossing up and I found it really hard to split the two, but it comes into race 6, number 5, Papa Mono for Corey White. And I was tossing up between Robust Spirit as well, but I've gone with Papa Mono as he's been racing against tough company at both Cannington and Mandurah. Has only had the 1 start here over the 405, but missed the start, managed to cover ground really well and run home in a time of 3:81. So very impressed by that. He is my value tip.
All right, so sticking with Papa Mono to get up on the one wheel and be hard to beat, Leia, on Friday night. Cannington Saturday night, another excellent program. Final of the Peter Thomas, paying tribute to a fine man from our sport that was gone in years gone by. And it's a race that means a lot to our local industry. So good luck to everyone with a runner in the Peter Thomas this Saturday night. Having a look for my best bet on the program, I'm going to go to race 9, number 4, Rapido Lass. 10 tries over the 600 metres for 5 wins and 3 placings. Only a small field here, and I think that should allow Rapido Lass to roll straight to the top. Only a couple of starts ago in that capacity, went 34 $1.49. Generally, if she can sit right up on top of the speed, she's very hard to get past. It's a good field. There's plenty of quality in this particular race, but I just think left alone to find the front, Rapido Lass is a very, very tricky dog to get past, and I don't think they will on Saturday night. So sticking with race 9, number 4, Rapido Lass. And the value play is in race 6, number 4, Casus Belly. Very talented stayers, had some injury issues, has now had the luxury of a couple of runs back at the races, and I thought the effort last week to run 4th in 42.06 was signalling that a win is nearby, hopefully this Saturday night for Casus Belly. So good luck to Connections. Looks to be a super chance to get back into the winners list this Saturday night.
I think a good chance there. Shorty hasn't let me down in the past when I've tipped, so Casus Belly seems a good tip, a value tip. Yeah.
Indeed. What about for you Saturday night, Leia? Who's your best bet?
My best bet is Tommy. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't bring myself to tip Tommy. I think he's going to come out maybe $1.10, $1.04, but looks good jumping out of box 7. He's undefeated from there. But I'm going with race 2, number 3, Valachi. She comes up for her 4th consecutive win here and clocked a PB of 29.83 last start. Not a lot of greyhounds going around in this field clock sub 30 seconds. So I think she's got a really good chance and she's one of the quickest. So it was a no-brainer for me.
Indeed. Of course, the litter mate to Manzu, and just needs that bit of clear running early. If it doesn't, it can run up to that most recent sub 30 run. Will take all of the beating. What about a value play?
My value play is in the feature event. Shorty coming up in a race 5. That's the one. Race 5 and number 8. Jimmy's Decision ran well in the heats last weekend, and I think is placed perfectly out wide in box 8. He did a wonderful job of crossing, and I've watched a few of his past races. He loves to use the wider bit of the track, so I think this is an ideal draw. He can probably avoid a bit of possible collusion in the early stages, so Jimmy's Decision is my value tip.
It was an impressive heat winner last week, Jimmy's Decision, and Leia expecting it to be hard to beat in this week's listed Peter Thomas final. Leia, stacks going on around the place, and of course if anybody that's tuned in is yet to get out here trackside in recent times, we would highly recommend that they do get either out here to Cannington or indeed to Mandurah. Wonderful facilities, great food, great drink, and a great opportunity to come and see these star athletes in their prime strutting their stuff in front of your very eyes.
Indeed, and also at Mandurah, because it was such a success here at Cannington, they are now bringing dude food down to Mandurah for the month of September every Thursday.
You get out there on a Thursday night, punters, and get some dude into you. That does sound quite satisfying, I would suggest. Leia, always a great opportunity to go and get into that lovely tucker. It's put on there in style at Mandurah every Thursday for this month. Now, Leia, that is about it for this week, so we're going to have to say farewell to everybody.
Until next week, Shorty.
But we'll be back, though, for another big edition of Greyhound Gold!